Buying a home is emotional. Selling one, that sure is too. Welcome to Houses Headspace, hosted by Brenda and Jen, a mother-daughter duo bringing you the real story behind real estate. Brenda's the realtor, Jen's the psychologist, and together we break down the mindset, the market, and all the stuff involved in life's biggest decision and moves. Because real estate is never just business. It's personal. Well, hey, welcome back, Dr. Jen.
Welcome.
How's the day treating you?
You know, it's a day. It's one of those days.
I have our first fun fact about our podcast.
What is it?
I know we did not talk about this, and I don't know how many of our listeners are going to realize it. Our intro is actually both of us talking, and until I heard it played back, I was like, wow, Jen sounds just like me.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Anyway, so there's our fun fact. That is actually both of us talking in the intro.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, let's see if we can add more to it in the days, months, and years ahead.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so welcome back. We are here today to do session 2 about choices.
Yes.
So last one we talked primarily about buyers. We spoke a lot about the dopamine hits related to the whole real estate transaction, and really about when a buyer decides, hey, I want to become a homeowner, and goes out and starts looking at houses. It's fun.
And then how it can lead to burnout sometimes.
Right. Yeah. Decision fatigue and just mental burnout and all the stuff. Yeah. So today I thought we would speak a little bit more to the seller side of things, and also the whole psychology and dynamic that might shift and provide both a blessing and sometimes a curse when there's more than one person involved in the process. Sound like fun?
Sounds like a blast.
Okay. So let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
You start.
So let's focus. Let's think about selling. So in the past few years, we all know that there's been quite a challenge in terms of the inventory that's been introduced to the market. And in my experience, the inventory that is being introduced is one of 3 scenarios. Downsizing, and that person's moving to maybe assisted living or a care facility, or families are moving to be closer to family in another state quite often.
Okay.
And then the third one, of course, would be their demise, and
It becoming an estate.
it's an estate, right? Exactly. So, obviously, the last one is not a choice.
No. I would say no.
But what do you think are some of the dominant feelings surrounding that decision to move on the seller side?
You just love those feelings, don't you?
I do.
It's always your go-to question. What are the feelings?
It is. Well, we spoke about the feelings wheel in the very beginning, so we're leaning into the feelings again.
We do. So I'm going to throw it back on you. I'm going to do exactly what I do to my patients. I'm going to throw it back on you of what feelings do you see the most? Because remember, our feelings are connected to our behaviors. And so a lot of times your sellers can show behaviors that show their feelings.
Well, one thing that comes top of mind is that many sellers, thankfully, reach out to me years before it's go time. And I'm thinking, obviously, of the ones who are making that conscious choice to downsize and or, hey, you know what? We know we don't want to live here forever. We're moving out of state or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so those scenarios. I think the first emotion is trepidation an emotion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So being the like, oh boy, I've got an idea, and that idea becomes real when they make that call to me to, hey, come on over and look at our house and see how we should get it ready.
They're starting the process. They're starting that concentration.
Right.
So that concentration, those norepinephrine and dopamine levels are starting to hit. Those are firing.
Okay, so that idea creates that dopamine fire and the norepinephrine, just like a buyer when they go to see a house.
Yeah,
Okay.
dopamine is pleasure. So they're like, okay, we're having we want to be able to
Ready for
sell
the
our
next
house.
chapter.
Ready for the next chapter, and then the norepinephrine is that concentration sort of neurotransmitter.
Okay, so is it the norepinephrine that we need engaged in order to execute the task involved with getting your home ready for the market? Or talk to us more about norepinephrine.
It's not necessarily just norepinephrine. Norepinephrine.
Easy for you to say.
It's like a combination of a lot. So it's dopamine and it's GABA, because GABA is the calming one. And so you have to kind of be in a calm state, hopefully, in order to
need more
sell
GABA.
your house. Yeah, you need more. You definitely need more GABA, but you need to be hopefully in a calm state in order to sell your house. And then that norepinephrine, there we go, to have that concentration and really be able to dial in on, okay, this needs to be changed, or we need to be going
To address that long list of items that we've
Yeah.
ignored for the past 30 years.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
sort of stuff.
And
Okay.
then the real part of like, okay, we need to actually call someone, and then we need to do what they say of signing these contracts and doing whatever they say that we need to.
Well, right. And even before signing the contract, it's engaging with that professional that you not only like, but you trust, and that they've got the skill and the experience to help you navigate that to-do list. Because really, to properly get your house ready for the market, it involves more than just a couple days. I have worked with people literally for years. Now, something that you had just said too, when it comes to concentration and motivation, is that whole thing that we often hear about, what's your why? What's your why? So I think it would be helpful, especially for maybe couples who have decided, yep, it's time to move. And there's always one who's really, really ready, and one who's like, I don't know about this.
I like this apartment.
Yeah. So maybe the first thing that a couple needs to do is to first discuss and then document their why.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing that there will be times throughout the process that they're like, why are we doing this? And going back to your question that you volleyed back to me, what do I see? I do see that. Like, why are we doing this again? Like, this is a lot of work. It's not like on HGTV where just put the house for sale and whoop-de-dip-de-doo. We've got,
We've said it's, 3 houses, you're good to go.
Right, and the seller's sitting there and just waits for their check. There's a lot involved to maximize the size of that check throughout that process. Okay, so couples, you've decided to move. Take your loved one out to dinner and talk about your why. And then when you get home, I want you to make a few talking point notes about it so that you can reference back to that during the process.
Yeah. And I want to make a note of that for the younger couples, that why hopefully shouldn't be based on social media, because I feel like social media gives a timeline of what your life should be like.
Well, you know what? I'm going to add something from my vantage point in life, and that social media can impact the later generation too. Because like right now, empty nest, you're seeing everybody on there going, oh, we're selling our house, we're moving to wherever. We're doing all these things. So I think, social media can put a pressure on us at any age.
Yeah. Of you need to do this now. You need to buy, you need to sell, or else you're behind.
Yeah. Good point, Dr. Jen.
You move at your own pace.
There you go. Let life unfold the way it's supposed to for you.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. That's a great reminder.
Yay.
Great reminder. Okay, so in terms of, we're getting back to choices here.
Choices and selling.
So I think it's easier, do I dare say, for a seller to make that decision to move, because typically there's something preempting
driving
it. Yeah. We know
They
what
have a why.
Right, and they do have a why, right? And their vision is a little bit more clear, and their path, therefore, is a little bit more defined.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into all that is when you have a seller who, let's talk about that. I'm going to call them a middle seller or a move-up seller that, oh boy, I shouldn't have even gone here, because we're not seeing a lot of that in today's market because of supply versus demand. And what I'm talking about, folks, is the one who has the home, but you have to sell the home in order to buy the new home. And we're just going to leave that there.
Okay.
Doesn't happen much.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I can't contribute much to that, so you can leave it there.
You hear about it. But okay, so along the line of getting your home ready for the market, choices pops into my head about choosing what to keep in the home to make it
God, yeah.
make it buyer friendly, if you will, and what to take away from the home.
Yes.
Yeah. We recently went through this, didn't we?
We did. Yes.
I'll let you tell the little story.
So we surprised my grandmother, or my nanny, as I call her, and when she came home from Florida, and she had her floors redone, actually completely. Yeah, it was carpet before, and now it's hardwood. And we painted and everything, and we surprised her, and she was like, "Oh my God!"
Now, when we say we, it was not we.
We didn't do it. We called someone and said, "Hey, you do this."
And this is under Papa's directive. Like, he pulled me aside when we were in Florida this year, and he's like, "Hey, can you help make this happen?"
Yeah.
So anyway,
But in order to do that, we had to move everything out of the room, obviously. And then when we were moving everything back into the room, we found there's so much stuff that they have. So much stuff.
Yeah.
Like everything that had to go back into those cabinets, it
didn't.
hours. Yeah, it didn't. She threw out stuff, and my grandma on Mother's Day was like, "I swear I had these bowls. I don't know where they went. It's crazy."
Now, really, I didn't throw out that much stuff, but still, there's certain things at her point in life she should be using the crystal. Throw out the plastic. But anyway, yes, choices. So it's very important when we're listing a house to get it first as decluttered as feasible, because clutter can paralyze buyers. And it can distract them. Like, I have found so often on homes that have not been properly prepared, we're walking around the house looking at people's stuff. And rather than like, okay, hold up. This stuff is not going to convey with the sale. We need to be looking at things like the condition and the amenities of the home. So the first thing sellers should need to do is to make the conscious choice to declutter. Yes. That includes depersonalizing.
Yes.
Now, I have my own thoughts on this, but I'm not going to bait you. Do you think that there should be no family photographs in a house that's on the market?
No, I think it's okay for family photographs to be up there.
Why?
Whoa. You just threw that at me so aggressively. Why? Because I think it shows that a family can live there. It makes it more personable almost.
It's proof in the pudding that, that people lived there.
Yes. You're not in a fake house. Yeah. No, but it shows that, like, yeah, people can live there.
And grow. Isn't it funny that
there.
Well, you're too young to know this, but you think of when you look at the stats that we can all Google, but the average square footage, the average size of a house back in the day versus the average square foot now, it's like, wow. Yeah. But back in the day, they typically had more kids and smaller square feet and all that. hey, there's another topic we can talk about: square footage and the impact on relationships in society.
Sure. We'll go with that.
But anyway, okay, so I am going to agree with you
Okay.
about the family photos. Now, we all know that there are those houses that have like everything from Johnny and Susie, right? There are fictional kids.
Yep.
From the minute they were born to, and now they're like 37 years old and you've got every milestone on there. Yeah, you need to thin those out.
Yeah.
But I am of the belief that it's okay to show a potential buyer who lives there. I've seen it work for a seller's benefit. Hey, I went to school with that kid. I knew their parent. They're awesome. They treated their house well. Like there's that trust factor that can translate into better terms for a seller.
Interesting.
And a lot of buyers, I've worked with more than one buyer who they're very concerned about why somebody's selling a house. And the standard answer of it no longer meets their needs isn't enough to really satisfy that person really with that question at the forefront of their home buying process. So sometimes things like a family photo can give us a clue to why they're moving.
Yeah.
I can always, that's my fun, aside from seeing if a house meets a buyer's wants and needs.
Yeah.
My second layer of fun is trying to figure out why they're moving.
Oh my gosh. I feel like the family photo brings in that GABA factor. It calms you a little bit. It's like, okay. This is a loving home.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The GABA factor. So folks, hey sellers, getting your home ready. Leave a picture or two.
Yeah.
That's a nice one to induce the GABA factor in your potential buyer.
Yeah.
I like it.
But with that, there's so much stuff in a lot of people's houses. Now, I'll say my generation, I've found that I think we've both found that there's more of a minimalistic sort of thought process.
Yes.
Of I'm not going to have as much stuff. I'll have a couple pictures here, a couple pictures there. That's done. Right. Now we saw with Nanny and Papa's house, that was certainly not the factor.
They are not hoarders.
Yeah, they're not hoarders, no. They just love everything and anything and need
lots of emotions attached to
so
stuff.
many emotions, which we've already gone over. But so I think when you're selling a house that's in that sort of state, I shouldn't say that state because that again makes them seem like hoarders, but you have that sort of mindset where you have a lot of stuff, then breaking that down into smaller chunks of getting your house ready to sell, breaking it down into today we're going to tackle this shelf of the family room.
Love that.
Because otherwise it can be so overwhelming.
It can be. And when you think about I listed a house today. They've lived there 63 years. Aww. Oh, I know. It's so cute. But you think about 63 years worth of stuff. And that's
a lot of emotion attached.
It's a lot. And it's a lot of energy and time required to go through it and to get it to where it needs to go and to have the home ready. But wow, when you do it right, it really is. It is so fun for me to watch, like after that first visit and then to see it on picture day, be ready to go. When you do it right, there's just nothing like it. That's when we see Agent Brenda sparkle because I'm like, wow, they did it. They did it. And it makes a difference. It's not just, we're not just looking to create pretty pictures, but it translates into maximizing the equity for a seller.
Yeah.
So, a lot of sellers, unfortunately, are under the guise of, well, it's buyers need homes and it's a seller's market and I'm in a win-win situation, which they are, but you really want to do it right so that you can capitalize on that.
You really want to win.
You really want to win. Right. You don't just want to win. Yeah, we want to really win. Yeah. Great.
Kick the crap out of them.
Yeah. So we learned about GABA.
Yeah.
We learned about norepinephrine. We learned about dopamine again.
Yep.
And all of this, I think, translates into what we often reach as a conclusion with these topics is communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communicating,
Knowing your why.
knowing your why, and breaking stuff down to smaller chunks so that you're not feeling so overwhelmed.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. I think it's time for this or that.
Let's hear this week's. I swear we don't do these beforehand.
We do not. Ready? Hot coffee or iced coffee?
Iced. It does not matter if it's like 2 degrees.
And mine is hot. Yep. Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Neither one. I do not drink any bubbly sort of drink except for seltzer or ginger ale.
That's fun. I'm a Diet Pepsi girl if I'm going to have soda.
Yeah, I used to drink that. You used to drink that a
Oh,
lot.
you used to be addicted to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Yep. Okay. Gray or tan?
This is such a bizarre question.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I know. In what? Pants?
I know.
A wall?
Exactly.
Siding? A car?
I guess I'll go with gray.
Okay. And I'm going to go with tan because I'm sick of
Sure.
gray.
Okay. I don't even know what I would have tan, or gray, but yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to my gray.
Okay. I like it. Florida or Cape Cod?
Cape Cod.
Yeah, I agree. I
Both
love
of
Florida.
those are our vacation spots,
They are.
and Cape Cod, I always say, is my happy place.
There you go. And we have fun in both of them.
do.
We do.
We do.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today, Dr. Jen.
Thank you, Agent Brenda.
And that's it.
That's it.
Bye, Dr. Jen.
Bye, Agent Brenda.
Quick disclaimer before you go. This podcast is for entertainment and general information only. Even though Brenda is a licensed real estate agent and Jennifer is a licensed psychologist, this is not personalized real estate, financial, legal, or mental health advice. Basically, please don't make life-altering decisions solely because of something we said while hanging out behind microphones. If you need professional support, whether that's for buying or selling a home or taking care of your mental health, please connect with a qualified expert in your area. And if you're struggling emotionally, please know that reaching out for help is a strength, not a weakness. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.